Now, this is your lecture 9. We are discussing about the read-only memory. We are discussing about the read-only memory. That means it is also known as ROM. It is also known as ROM. A read-only memory is an IC that can store thousands of binary numbers representing computer instructions and other fixed data. A good example of the fixed data is the unchanging information in a mathematical table. Since the numerical data do not change, they can be stored in a ROM, read-only memory, included in a computer system and used as a lookup table. When added, some of the smaller ROMs are also used to implement truth table. In other words, we can use a ROM instead of sum of product circuit to generate any Boolean function. For example, we are discussing here diode ROM. So this is your diode ROM truth table. This is your address line. And this is your nibble. If zero address line, what is your data? Data is equal to 0, 1, 1, 1. If your address line is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, these are the different address lines. Then if our data is equal to 1 is equal to 1000, any type of data you can select. 110 0 0 110 45 1001 011 1110. This is not, if we consider this is our address line and this address line, this is our data, whether it is 1011 or 1111 or 11011, like whatever the date nibble is given, right? With the help of this, we built a diode ROM circuit. With the help of this data, we built a diode ROM circuit, and the circuit is looks like this, and the circuit is looks like this, right? How it is given here? So see, for first address line 0 is equal to 0111. First address line 0 is equal to 0111. That means here, if the 5 volt it is given to the 0 condition, 0 address line, 1 address line, 2 address line, 3 address line, 4, 5 and 6 and 7. If it is connected to 0, then which data it is given? 0, 1, 1, 1. That means 5 volt, 5 volt, 5 volt, and here 0 volt, right? That means this 0 volt, what is your output? Output is equal to 0. For plus 5 volt, there is a resistor across this Y2. Our output is equal to 1. This is 5 volt, the circuit is complete. That means output is equal to 1. Again, this is your 5 volt. This 5 volt, it is due to the forward bias of diode. We are getting the output is equal to 1. So whenever we are connecting to 0 line, 0 address line, we are getting same output 0, 1, 1, 1. We are getting at the output 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. That means when it is 0, due to there is no voltage, there is output is equal to 0. There is plus 5 voltage. This plus 5 voltage due to the forward bias, the circuit is complete. Due to forward bias, circuit is complete. Due to forward bias, circuit is complete. So for the first address line, we are getting 0, 1, 1, 1. In this way, we are discussing about address line 1, address line 2, address line 3. Whatever we are discussing about address line 0, same way we are getting this type of the data at the output of the diode ROM circuit. Suppose we want to build a circuit that stores the binary number shown in the table, whatever the table we are given here. To keep track of where the numbers are stored, we will assign address. This is our address line. This is our address line. On the circuit, this is our address line. 0 number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are our address line. For example, we want to store 0111 at address 0, then 1000 at address 1, 1011 at address 2, and so on. This figure shows one way to store the nibbles given in the table. When the switch is in the position 0, the upper row of the diodes are conducting current. They act as a closed switch. The output of the ROM is equal to 0111. When the switch is moved to position 1, the second row is activated and output is equal to 1000. As you move the switch to the remaining position, that means 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then you get the output according to the table that match the nibble given in the table. So in this way, we are discussing about the diode ROM. This is the circuit for the diode ROM. For this truth table, you can change the circuit by another address line. If the 0 is equal to 0110, 1111, 1010, 1100, like this, right? So you just only change the position of the diode and you can get the different address line for the different nibbles. Now we are discussing about the binary addition and binary subtraction. Binary addition, first we are discussing about the binary addition. Number represents physical quantity. Figure shows the decimal digits and the corresponding amount of pebbles. Digit 2, for example, digit 2 stands for 2 pebbles. That means there is a 2 dot. This is nothing but it is pebble. Digit 5 stands for 5 pebbles. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this, right? So whenever we add these two, that means pebble 2 plus pebble 5, and this is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Symbolize the combination of these two pebbles, pebble 2 plus pebble 3, it is equal to pebble 5. For case to remember, for the binary addition, we remember that 0 plus 0, it is equal to 0, 0 plus 1, it is equal to 1, 1 plus 0, it is equal to 1, and 1 plus 1, it is equal to 10. This is one equation, two equation, third equation, and this is your fourth equation. Computer circuits don't process decimal numbers. They process only binary numbers. Before you can understand how a computer performs arithmetic, you have to learn how to add binary numbers. Binary addition is the key to binary subtraction, multiplication and division. So let us begin with the four most basic case of the binary addition. 0 plus 0, it is equal to 0, 0 plus 1, it is equal to 1, 1 plus 0, it is equal to 1, and 1 plus 1, it is equal to 10. Equation 1 is obvious. Equation 2 and 3, because they are identical to decimal addition. The fourth case, that means this one. The fourth case, however, may bother you. If you don't understand what equation 4 represent in the physical world, equation 4 represent the combined of one pebble and one pebble to obtain a total of two pebble. One pebble plus one pebble, it is equal to two pebble. Since binary 10 stands for two pebble, binary 10 stands for 1, that means 1 pebble, 0, that means 0 pebble, second pebble, right? Since 10 stands for 2 pebble, the binary equation, then the binary equation 1 plus 1, it is equal to 0. Makes perfect sense. From now on, remember that numbers, whether binary, decimal, octal or hexadecimal, these are codes for physical amount. If you are in doubt about the meaning of the numerical equation, convert this number to pebbles to see if the two sides of the equation are equal. Now we are discussing this in terms of example. For example, we want to add 1 1 1 0 0, we want to add 1 1 1 0 0 plus these two number we want to add 1 1 0 1 0. What is your output? The output is equal to 0 plus 0 0, 0 plus 1 1, 1 plus 0 1, 1 plus 1, according to equation 4, 1 plus 1 0, that means we write here 0 and there is a 1. This is 10, that means this is your carry. This is your carry. Now 1 plus 1 10, this 0 plus 1, that means 1, and this one it is equal to 1. This is your output. In the last column 1, in the last column 1 plus 1 plus 1, it is equal to 10 plus 1, it is equal to 11. In this way we add the, we can see the binary addition. Second example, add the 8 bit, add 0 1 0 1 0 1 1 1 and 0 1 0 0 1 1 0 1 0 1. So to addition of these two binary numbers, 8-bit binary numbers, we add this 0 1 0 1 0 1 1 1 plus 0 0 1 1 plus 11 0, sorry, 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1. To add this, we can write here 1 plus 1 10, that means 0, 1 carry, 1 plus 1 10, that means 0, 1 carry, 1 plus 0 1, 1 plus 0 1, that means here, sorry, 1 plus 1 0, 1 carry, 1 plus 1 0, 0 plus 1 1, 1 carry, this one it is given here, 1 plus 1 10 0 1 carry, 1 plus 1 10 0 1 carry, 1 plus 1 10 0 1 carry, this one it is given here. So this is our output. This is our output. Many people prefer hexadecimal notation because it is faster code to work with. Expressed in hexadecimal number, the foregoing addition is, the hexadecimal number for this is, it is equal to 57. The hexadecimal number for this it is equal to 35. So 57 plus 35, it is equal to 86 in hexadecimal form. So we can write 57H, 35H, it is equal to 8CH. This is nothing but this is your 8CH. In this way, we add the binary number. Add these 16-bit binary numbers. Now we are discussing about the second example. Add 16-bit binary number. For this, we have 0000, 1111, 1010, 1100 plus 0011, 1000, 0111 and 1111. We want to add this 16-bit binary number. How to add? So for this, first of all, we are adding these two, right? For this, 0 plus 1, 1, 0 plus 1, 1, 1 plus 1, 0, 1 carry. This 1 carry plus 1, 10. 10 means 0, 0 plus 1, 1. So this is your 1. This carry it is given here. This carry gives 1 plus 1, 0, 1 carry. This 1 carry gives us 1 plus 1, 0 and 0 plus 1, 1. So this is your final 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. This is your carry 1, right? So in this way, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1. This is your first, and remaining is 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. This one is 0 and 0, right? The carry is given here. Again, for this second part, there is a 1 carry. So the remaining portion is 1 plus 1, 0, 1 plus 0, 1 plus 1, 1 carry, 1 plus 1, 0, 1 plus 0, 1 plus 1, 0, and then 1. This is these two addition, 1 carry, right? This is nothing but 1 carry, it is given here. So we are getting 0, again 1 plus 1, 0, again 1 carry, this 1 carry it is given 1 and 0. So in this way we are getting this type of the output. So the output of total answer, the microcomputer pulls the upper and the lower sums out of this memory to get. Then the output is equal to 0, 1, 0, 0, 1 0 0 0, 0 0 1 0 and 1 0 1 1. So we divide into 4 bit, that means in terms of nibble, and this is equal to, this is nothing but in hexadecimal form, this is equal to hexadecimal form, this is equal to 482B, 482B. So hexadecimal form, it is equal to 482B hexadecimal in terms of hexadecimal. In this way, we add the binary number. Now we are discussing about the binary subtraction. Now we are discussing about the binary subtraction. The basic rules are 0 minus 0 it is equal to 0, 1 minus 0 it is equal to 1, 1 minus 1 it is equal to 0, and 0 minus 1 it is equal to nothing but 10 minus 1, and it is equal to 1. This is your second equation, third equation, and this is your fourth equation. These equation 1, 2, 3 are easy to understand because they are identical to decimal subtraction. But the fourth equation will disturb you if you have lost sight of what it really means back into the physical one. This represents that 2 dots minus 1 dot, it is equal to 1 dot pebbles. 2 pebbles minus 1 pebbles, it is equal to 1 pebble. For larger binary number, subtract column by column the same as you do with decimal numbers. This means that you sometimes have to borrow from the next higher column. Here is an example. This is your example 1101 minus 1010. Now what is your output? The output is equal to 1 minus 0, that means 1, 0 minus 1, that means 1, but there is a 1 borrow. This is nothing but it is your borrow, right? This 1 minus 0, this is your borrow, that means this is equal to 0, and 1 minus 1, that means it is equal to 0. After you get used to it, binary subtraction is no more difficult than decimal subtraction. In fact, it is easier because there are only 4 basic cases to remember. There are only 4 basic cases to remember, right? Now we are discussing the next example. With the help of example, it is very clear how to subtract the binary number. Our example is show the binary subtraction of 1 to 5, this decimal number, from 200 decimal number. 1 to 5 minus 200. So first of all, this is our 200. In hexadecimal, it is equal to C8 hexadecimal H. The binary number is 1100 1000. This is your binary number. Same way 1 to 5 hexadecimal number, it is equal to 7DH. Binary number, it is equal to 0111 1101. So we want to subtract this. So first of all 1100 100 minus 0111 1101. What is your answer? The answer is equal to 0 minus 1, 1, borrow. This borrow, it is given here. Borrow 1 minus 1, 0, 1 minus 1, there is a borrow, therefore 1. Then 0 minus 1, again there is a borrow, so 1 minus 1, 0, 0 minus 1, 0 due to the borrow, and this is your 1, and this is equal to 0. This is your 4, this is your 4, that this is nothing but it is equal to 4BH. This is equal to 4B hexadecimal. This is equal to C8 hexadecimal. This is equal to 7D hexadecimal. So we can write C8H hexadecimal minus 7D hexadecimal. It is equal to 4B hexadecimal. In this way, we can subtract the binary number in terms of hexadecimal. We can subtract the hexadecimal number. So you must remember this. That's all.